Excellent. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to load a JSON file, okay, a JSON string or a JSON file from the local application and display it in the list view. And on click of this list view, we will be opening a new page and display the current product details. Okay, so in this particular video I'm explaining it in detail how things are working, how we can set up the navigation between one page to another page, and how to set up the model, how to parse JSON values, and how we can map the JSON property to the class property, JSON property to the class property, and how we can convert from one JSON to from JSON to class property, and encoding and decoding. All these things I have explained in this particular video very detailedly. So you can get the reference of the product, get the reference from this video and use it for the API, real world API, right? So the sample demo of this application will be like a plain page. On click of the load products button, it will load all the values, all the product values in the JSON, parse it and displaying it here. On click of any product, it will be displaying it in the new screen, a product screen with the title and everything. So I hope you will enjoy this entire video. Please watch the video without skipping this till the end. So you will be getting lot of informative things where you can convert, how to convert the JSON values into the class object. This is the basic and you know very important for the Flutter developers. Okay, this base operation you will be doing throughout all your applications. Okay, so I have explained this, how these things are working, how to create a class, and how we can map the values from the JSON string. We can replace this JSON string with the API call. So we can expand this up, this one to the real world API as well. For the demo purpose, I'm just making it in the local JSON file. We can directly call the API and get these values and parse it. But the concept, the scenario, the use case is simple and straightforward. So you can feel that throughout this video. I hope you will enjoy this video. Please watch till the end and subscribe to this channel. Support and share if you like this video and like the content of this particular channel. Please subscribe and share it with your friends, whoever needs to get benefit from this video. That will be helpful for me and to get motivated and do more videos on this. Okay, thank you everyone. Excellent. Hello everyone. Okay, so this is the JSON file that I have. I have on products JSON file. So these are the values. You know, we are going to load and display into the list view. And if you click on the one particular item product, then we will be displaying all this value in a separate page. Okay, for that I have prepared a sample products JSON file, and we are going to load it in the Flutter application, and we are going to perform the basic parsing of the JSON file, and how to display the data of the particular product. Okay, so to start with, I have already created a sample application, so we can see it. It's already running. It's a brand new Flutter application. So to do that, what I will do first, I will select one. I'm going to create a assets folder in the root level assets folder. I'm going to copy that file, this file. So I'm opening the folder location, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to place it inside the assets folder. Okay, so now that JSON file, products.json file, uh, it's in our project. So the very next step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pub spec.yml file, the configuration file, and here in the Flutter, uh, I'm going to enable this asset, and I'm going to mention assets slash products.json. So the full path, like the assets and products.json. So the name should be the same, because it is going to uh, load to the application. Okay. So I'm coming here. So the by default there is a home page is there. So let it be there. What we will do, um, the first step, I'm going to create two screens, right? One is for list view, and another one is for detailed product details screen. Okay, for that, I'm creating a screens folder. Inside that, I'm going to create products list screen dot. Okay, and this is going to be a stateful widget, and I'm going to name it as product list screen, list screen, product list screen. Okay, so I'm going to give the material reference that, so that it will be automatically taken. So I'm going to mention the basic scaffold, app bar, and title going to be, it's a text widget, and the text will be uh, product list. Okay, and the body is going to be a simple container. So later we will construct all the things. Okay, let's come up. Okay, so first we have created this product screen. Okay, and we have to create one more product detail screen dot. Okay, okay, this is also going to be a stateful widget product detail product detail screen. So again, I'm going to provide the material app. Okay, so the same I'm going to create a scaffold tab bar title a text view. This is going to be a product detail. Okay, so body container, a simple container. Okay, okay. So in the main file, I'm going to replace with that product list screen. That's it. So yes, so we are able to see the product list screen. Okay, a blank product list screen. So we have created two pages, right? So the next step is I'm going to do or restart the project so that this build JSON file, right? So that will be loaded. Otherwise, we have to stop the application and we have to restart that application to load this JSON file. That's a fresh load. Okay, okay, that's fine. So the second step will be we are going to do um, we have to read the products JSON file, right? So to read that in the list screen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to define a button. Okay, so in this container, I'm going to make it as a column widget, and this is going to be a multiple. I'm going to uh, you know I'm going to create a elevated button. First, I'm going to create a simple button. This has two you know two thing. One is on pressed. Okay, so this is going to be a function, and this is going to be a button label, right? So what I'll do, I'll just mark it as a load JSON or load products. That would be perfect one. Okay, here I have one load button is already created. So what I do, I'll just make it as padding widget so that it will be central line. Okay, this is fine. For me, it's okay. Okay, the next one will be uh, I'm going to define a list view, right? So um, for that, um, here um, we we are going to display the list view, right? So we have this JSON file. We need to read this JSON, right? We have to read this JSON, then we have to load it in the list view, right? For that, um, in the list view, right? This is the products, right? For that, we have to create a simple model class. So in the model class, in the lib folder, I'm going to create a models, and inside that, I'm going to create a product dot dart. So a class file that here we will be managing all our that parsing the product JSON data and its properties. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I'm going to create a class product, and we can see the properties here: ID, code, name, description, price, catalog, everything is there. So for that, we have to mention here, right, all the properties: string, ID. This we can make it our own. For that we can do it. So I have made a sample one. So for the time consuming, I just make it as already pre-filled one. So these are the properties. All the JSON, whatever the JSON we have here, for all these, I have created a property in the product class, and I have one constructor. Okay, with the default values of that uh, of that particular product. Okay, so the next step. This is fine for now. Okay, for the first stage, it will be okay. So what we have to do, we need to go and create the second this list view, right? So for that, I'm going to create a list with products product, because I have that product you know products products list. Okay, so I make it as empty, and I'm going to import this one. So this product, I'm going to import it. So what I did, I created one class. Okay, product class, on the I define all the uh, properties of that, and I have make it as a list array. Okay, I make it as a list, or I can make it as array. So now I'm going to define the list view builder, right? So in the here, first I will check the value, whether the you know uh, if products, sorry, products dot length greater than 0, then else another I have another widget that I'm going to display. So here, what I will do, I'm going to create a I'm going to create a list view builder. View builder. Okay. So inside that, we have item builder, and we have item count. In the item count, products dot length. build context. Okay, so here I'm going to make it as a card, card and tile. Okay, maybe we can make it a list tile, tile. This will be having title, title of the product. So the uh, I'm going to have a text widget. So I can remove this one. You can directly use it. I hope it will work. Okay, this list we will throw some error so that in the test here we have to display the product, right? Products index, index dot name, because this is a product object, right? This name I'm going to print it. Okay, so in the list view, what I will do, I will make it as I will wrap with uh, one more widget called expanded. Expanded. Okay, so this is fine now. And in the else view, uh, I have one text saying I have one container. I place it inside the container. No products. No products. Okay. So for this one, we can make it as a padding so that it will be padding. Let it be there. This is fine. Okay. So let's see that. So currently we have on list view. I'm going to run the application now. I'm launching the application. So what we have done is like we created It's running. So here I have this button. This button, after I click this button, the list view is getting load. Okay, the application is no, application is getting ready, installing, and the assets files are no loading, and it's saying no products because the products array is 0. Okay, once I click on this one, then we have to display the lists, right? Okay, so to do that, we need to create one function, future. Okay, it's going to be asynchronous method, and I'm going to make it as a string. I'm going to read the uh, await root bundle. This is a built-in function, root bundle load string, and I'm going to mention the products JSON. Mention the product JSON. Okay, so we have the product JSON from the assets folder. We are loading it, and then products. Now I'm going to convert this string into a JSON. For that, I need to parse product data JSON dot decode. Okay, so this response I'm going to supply to over here. Okay, so this JSON is coming from import dot convert. Okay, where list. Okay, we have in this JSON we have items, right? So this root we have to read it, and this is going to be a list with dynamic because it can be anything. Okay, until now this is not identified of the type of product. From then we have to convert all this data to this product type. First we will take it as a list from the dynamic data. Then we need to convert it to the the core product class. Okay, for that we need to go here. This product we have to bind this value, this ID value to the model string value, a string id. Okay, for that what we need to do, in the product class we are going to create a parser, like from JSON to a new product. Okay, for that a factory method, factory product dot from JSON. This is going to be a map of string comma dynamic, and this is a JSON, right? Okay, and this is going to return a product. Okay, so here ID and code name, okay, JSON description, these values. Okay, so like that we have to map for all the properties. For time consuming, I'm just doing it in for all the, you know, for all the properties. Okay, so now what I have done is, like, I created one factory method which is reading and sending it to the, you know, uh, converted to the product instance, product object, and we will be using it here. Okay, so now what I will do, I'm going to create a set method, products. From this list I'm going to loop through. For that I'm going to use a map method, map of product dot from JSON. I have one JSON, right? That is from this JSON. From this I have this e element. I'm going to e element and dot to list. Okay, so I have a list of JSON, right? JSON object. From that I'm splitting it each and everything into a single project object, and from all this I'm going to make it as a list, and that list I'm going to store it in the uh, product data which we have already stored it, right? So I'm saving that changes, and I'm going to emulator and click the load JSON, and we will see what is going to happen. After I press it, nothing happens because here I need to mention this file in the button click event, right? We have one on press event, and this event nothing is happened. So I'm going to make it as a read JSON file. This method I'm just directly giving here. Okay, okay, the complete it completed, and if I click on it and it's coming here, let's see what is the problem. So I think we have products are loaded. So everything is got loaded successful, this one, and we will remove this breakpoint and we will run it. Okay, so here what is saying, product description, everywhere product description, but we are displaying product name, right? So what is the problem? We will go here and see. This is the one. This is supposed to be a name, right? As per the JSON file, this is going to be a name. Yes, name. And here there is no description, right? So description equal JSON of description. This I same value. Okay. So let us reload it again. Yeah. So now it is coming here. That's good. So as per our concern, we have loaded all the all the values. Okay. Let's make some a little bit. I'm creating one more widget called card. Okay. So that it will be a card widget, and I'm going to make it as so making a little bit fancier so that we can see some differences. Okay, card. I'm going to make it color colors dot green accent. Okay, so we have make it a green accent, and this styled view here title is there, subtitle we have make it one more text, price dot to string, and this is going to make it as a comma. Yeah, now it is resolved. So the price we have mentioned here. What we will do, rupees or dollar, anything as per our our need. Or we can make it as a font style little bit bigger for this price, right? So uh, what we can make is like style text style, and make it as a bold. Okay, so this is a list view that we have created. So far, so good. So the second stage, okay, the second stage will be, you know, um, we we have a product detail view, right? So we need to move it to the next stage. When user tap particular, click on this particular one, we have to display all these values, right? So for that, what we need to do, um, we have to define the roots. First part, we have to define the root. That is very important. So what I will do, I will go to the list screen on the top. From there, I'm just mentioning this product list screen. I'm just giving the name of this root. Okay, a constant variable string root name product list. Okay, so similarly in the detailed screen, product detail. So I have two roots, two screens, two roots. Each root for one screen, and I'm going to the main file where I will remove all this documentation and this home which we are not using it. So I'm just cleaning it out. Okay. So I have this one from the base one. So here I'm going to define the root. I need to define my roots. Okay. To that product list screen dot root name context list screen product detail screen product detail screen. Okay, so this is the one. So what I do, I just mention to the main app saying that I have two routes. Okay, one is product list screen and product detail screen. This is nothing but a map. Okay, a string with the value. If I change there, then here also it automatically change. Otherwise, we can provide is here like home, anything we can provide. We have to change it over there also, here also. So to avoid that, we have made it as a constant value where we can change it in one place, that will be applicable in everywhere. So that is the concept. So the first one, it will be a default page product list view list screen. After that, it will, if we can move it to the next screen as well, right? So how we will move that? Okay, we are that I'm going to the list view screen and click of this title. Okay, on click of the title we have a tab button. Okay, on tab. Okay, I'm going to create one more. This is also one of the method. Okay, so here I'm going to navigate from here. Navigator dot of context dot push named. That means I'm going to push with the name. Which name? That we already defined the route name, right? Product detail screen dot route name. That's it. Okay. Let's see it here. If I click on blue t-shirt, then it will redirect to the next screen called product detail. Okay. So I'm just coming back and click on this one and here also. So which means it's okay. We are changing it to the next screen, but we need a value, right? Which value, which product we are, moving. That also there. For that, we have one property called arguments. Arguments that we can define it here. Arguments. We have a product here. This index. This is the current product, right? So this one we need to parse it. So we cannot direct. We can send only as a string. So what I will do, I will convert this object into a string, right? A product as a string. So I will encode this product, entire product, and send it to the uh, next screen. And from there we will receive it and we will do our work. Okay. So if I click on it, okay, I will just reload it and I click on the band. I think there should be. Let's see. Is there any error? Yeah. This is a string. Null is not subtype of string function result. Okay. On which line we are getting this error that we can see. Maybe this is because just restart it. I'm loading freshly loading that JSON and okay. On top of the uh, I think I'm placed inside the text. Yes, the card title. This is fine. And this JSON encode is coming from JSON object. This JSON.convert. All right. Click on it and I'll make some padding. Push named details and arguments. Products of index. This arguments as well is fine. So the list view is this one. Encodable object failed instead of product. Okay, what it's saying, this products we cannot stringify. Okay, why? Let's see. JSON string, JSON encode object to string. Unsupported object error. Okay, okay. Here we need to convert this JSON, right? Okay, okay, fine. How we will convert? Okay, so for that, what we do, we can make it as map string comma dynamic to JSON. Final new map of return data. This dot id, and I'm going to mark these IDs. Okay, similarly, I'm going to do it on the code, code, and, and other everything, right? Everything. So we need to see. So the problem happens on the conversion, right? Okay. This is the output of okay. What we will do first, we'll just try to print this value so that we can see print this. Let's see what is the value it's coming, and from that we will see. If I click on it, it's coming. Okay, it's converting correctly. So I will put it here. Okay, I click on it here. Yeah, it's going. Now it's fine. So the problem is this one. So the it is not recognizing from which place to which we need to convert, right? So this method we need to write it to get the uh, you know um, proper JSON string. Okay, so we have written that so that it will encode, it will allow us to encode or decode. Okay, so we have done it. After that, we need to go to the details screen. In the details screen, we need to read, right? So first, there are multiple stages. First, the page is getting loaded, right? So for that, we have one override method called init state. Void init state, and this is going to be a super dot init state. This is the method we are going to. This is the first stage. Whenever the page is getting loaded, that time this also will get loaded. And we have one more override method. Override void did change dependencies and super dot did change dependencies. So this is the one. Okay. So what I will do, I I can recognize that I have one JSON string is there in the page, this particular page. I need to get it. Okay. Once I receive that, how do I receive? Okay, it is there, but how do I receive? Okay, let me check product string, product string model route dot of context in this particular context, and it can be a null or empty, and in the settings dot arguments. So this is the argument where we are sending it from the previous screen, and this is always a string object string. Okay, so we have a particular string is written. Let me print out print product string. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I will go back to the previous screen. From there I am coming here, and we can see here the I can see the product string, right? So this is the previous screen and this is the new one. So maybe a little more clear. Print page 2. Okay, I'll go back and I click on it. See page 2 and we have this value. So we are fine. So we have we can say we have product string, and the next one we have to convert this product string to JSON string, then the product object. Okay, there are three stages. Product JSON. For that, what I will do, I am going to decode that, decode the product string. Okay, I'm going to print product JSON. Let's see the difference between this one and this one. I'm going to brown brush, and you will see here on the page 2. See, this is a string, product string. It has double quotes and the value, right? And this is a JSON object. It is a JSON object. So we have this JSON. From this JSON, we can convert it to the instance of the product. This is important. Okay, from here we can convert it to any object. From the string, we cannot do it because we have to convert the we need to decode the JSON string to JSON format. From the JSON format, we have to change it to the uh, um, object, real object. Okay, for that, what I do in the top, I'm going to, anyhow, we know that we have one product that will be going to come. Product, it can be null. In the initial stage, it will be null. Okay, so I'll make it as null object, and I'm going to give the reference. And here, this product detail, right? I can put the name of the product. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just make a product name, and in the initial stage, it will be an empty string. Okay, so I know I have one project screen. From here, I need to change it. How I will change? Okay, so set state product equals, I have the product dot from JSON. This is the JSON, right? I have product JSON and I'm just calling it. So now it will be converted into the product object, and it's there. And I'm checking product product name equals product of name, because it can be a null. Sometimes it can be a null. So the exclamation mark identified that it can be a null. Okay, I back to the list screen and I click on blue band, and I can see it here. Here it is not there. Okay, for that I need to replace the value, right? Here, instead of product detail, I'll make it as a product name. So now it will be a blue band. Okay, so I go back again and I click on bracelet, it will be bracelet. If I click on chakra, then it will be a chakra. And here black watch, and it will be. So which means all our values will be there in the product. So from there we can display all this. So this is the basic, basic thing. And here, so we already displayed. So we have one sample container we have written, right? So what we'll do, I have made a simple container which will display the basic values of all this, and I'm going to replace it to reduce some time. Okay, so I have, I'll show it up how it is working. Okay, and this container I'll make it as a center. Okay, that's it. So if I click on blue t-shirt, it will be displaying all this. Just a container widget which has a text, and I'm displaying the product name is, you know, in a bigger color, right? So blue t-shirt, price 29, and status of this uh, blue t-shirt. Where is that blue t-shirt? And inventory status in stock, that will be displayed here, and the price will be 29. That's it. So we have successfully seen that. So thank you everyone. So you can refer this video and check it that I will upload this source code in GitHub. You can take it for your reference, and you can start work on this. Please subscribe to the channel and support me to do more videos on this particular, on this particular thing, and it will be helpful for me to motivate to do more videos on this. Thank you. Thank you everyone.